G'day, and this is the Robinson clan. Harriet meets a Buddhist monk and wants to change her way so that she looks at life. Here it is. It was a typical morning in the Robinson house, with Margaret cooking the breakfast and Ted taking a while to finish his designs to meet the official deadline. And Bobby and Harriet were at each other's throats, and Harriet told Bobby to choke on a muffin, and Bobby said, "Go back and suck a really juicy lemon." Cockhead. And the arguing about those words being used became repetitive. Cockhead, 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 fuckwit, and annoying. So much, in fact, Margaret raised her voice, saying, "Stop!" And Harriet and Bobby said, "Sorry, Mum." And then Harriet said, "We're sorry, but Bobby needs to lighten up." And then Harriet shot off to school to meet her friend Penny, who told Harriet, "Guess who's coming to give us a talk today?" And Harriet said, "Well, you lost me. Who?" And Penny said, "A Buddhist monk named Adrian Bian, who is the biggest online Buddhist monk in the whole wide world." And Harriet said, "I ain't really into religious freaks trying to get innocent kids like us sucked in their crazy beliefs." And Penny told Harriet, "No, we watch his readings as a family every night, and he talks about every problem or situations that people have. And Harriet, he has 5,000 shows on the web." Harriet said to Penny, "Are you a Buddhist?" And Penny said, "Well, yes, because they believe in rebuilding the world one person at a time," or one idiot at a time, as Harriet would say. "In that person's way he wants to be." You see, Adrian says Buddhism isn't a religion, it's as such. It's a way of life. And as they were talking about Buddhism, Kenneth said to Harriet, "It was a good party on Saturday night, wasn't it?" And Penny said, "I didn't go. There was a party. I didn't know there was a party. Why wasn't I invited?" And Kenneth said, "No, this was a guy's party. I asked Harriet because she is my girlfriend. And also, I want to one day beat this guys and gals only party to actually have heaps of girls and boys. But at present time, my mates are just into escaping from the problems that you women cause." And Harriet got a bit upset when Kenneth said that and reacted in a way to make him say, "Oh, not you, Harriet. Just women who aren't hitched with us." And yes, Harriet understood, but still went off in a huff. Going to her homeroom class, and the first thing on the agenda was the Buddhist monk, and he said, "To be a Buddhist, you must care for your fellow humans, as well as care for world peace, and also be prepared to mend each blade of grass as your life of your life, and be able to help others mend theirs." Mind you, a true Buddhist doesn't preach. Mind you, a true Buddhist doesn't preach. No, we believe in respecting our fellow man. You see, reincarnation is what happens. You see, one person dies, and 9 months later, he gets reborn into someone else. And we repeat this cycle till the earth is ready to call it nirvana. But at present, there are too many problems on Mother Earth. So we have to try to work together. And I personally think it will take 1 million years for nirvana to come. But using your imagination is the key to find nirvana, to get it ready for full enlightenment. And then the kids ask questions like, what happens if we kill every serial killer? Will we find enlightenment? And Adrian said, no, actually, if you kill, you will be kept on earth till you till you learn to respect. And then Penny asked, who were you in a previous life? Well, the monk said, I am not allowed to tell my previous life, but I believe if you have evil in your thoughts, use your imagination to tell an interesting story about which life you got your evil spirit from. And Penny said, I really love your internet show, Adrian. And Adrian said, thank you. And Harriet asked me and my brother, Bobby, me and my brother Bobby are always at each other's throats. We don't respect each other at all. Could Buddhism help us? And Adrian said, well, yeah. Now, Buddha knows kids are not just kids. And as long as you understand and learn by all this, you can mend this through time. Actually, I still fight with my siblings, and I am a monk. And I look at it as, I don't use physical violence. Well, maybe verbal, but guys, it's just words. But I know you should be careful what you say if you want to be a Buddhist monk. Not only because if you let this judgment overcrowd you, that's when it will cause the most grief. And Michael asked, are you paranormal? And what is paranormal? And Adrian said, well, paranormal is when you see things that were real once but aren't real now. It's like if you hear a spirit trying to reach you from the afterlife. And normally, if it only comes to people who really don't want to travel to the ends of the earth to find their relatives next lives, and as the Adrian finished up, and Harriet made a pact to be nice to people from now on. And she started when this old lady struggled with her bags, shopping bags, of course. So Harriet held the boot of the car open for her, and then Harriet offered to help at the homeless shelter to serve out the meals to each poor person. And then her father said, if you really want to help in a Buddhist way, it's better to go to the Buddhist Healing Center. You see, Adrian is great, but there are other Buddhists, Harriet, that you might find very rewarding. And Harriet went to this healing center, and maybe she can become a spiritual leader. And she listened to people's spiritual beliefs, but people don't understand her views. And Harriet realized there is more to Buddhism than learning about previous lives, as well as peace and utter peace and inner peace. No, Harriet learned that Buddhists believe in respecting people, like respect people who like loud music, respecting people who don't like loud music, using the English-speaking world's common complaint field. Buddhists tell Harriet to say, don't complain, respect. Don't complain, respect. Don't complain, respect. And Harriet drove her family nuts with her Buddhist teachings, so much that Ted said Harriet isn't a cool kid and focusing on trying to help Bobby, who was playing tie-up games with his mates, this time pretending he is trapped down a dark dungeon, and Ted had no idea why Bobby does this. And when Ted asked him if he would like to go to the Adelaide Crows and the Melbourne Demons match, Bobby said, you betcha! I want to go. You see, Bobby said, I am a man's kid, and men's kids watch the footy and the sport, especially AFL. And this was a great match. Adelaide beat the Demons by 37 points, and Harriet still enjoyed the healing centre, and Penny decided to go to the healing centre with Harriet. And the Robinsons were finally going to be at peace. Well, that depends on the next part of the huge circle of life they try next. And that was another episode of the Robinson Clan, and there's going to be a whole heap more because there's a lot of information that comes out through that. And I'm sure hoping that Harriet can remain a Buddhist, because Buddhism is about respecting, and it's a really peaceful religion. Okay, bye.